Hello everyone, welcome to Routes Repairs. Today I got a good one for you. You guessed it. Putting some studs in my snowmobile track here. I kind of want to make a quick video on it and show you how I'm doing it. Yeah, you can have different patterns going on. I see a lot of guys put studs on the outers. I mean, you know, if you're running ice or whatever, it just all depends on what you're doing. This is just going to be my ditch banger sled, so it's just for racing only. And I'm going 96 down the center, and this is kind of the pattern I'm going. I have the rest of the backers to put on, so that's probably half of the track. This is a budget build. I had these green ones off another track. I took them off and saved them, and then I ended up buying, all the guy had were black, and I didn't really care. I just wanted to get this track studded for a decent price. So technically I had the green backers. I had 30 of the green, and I think I ended up buying 14 maybe of the black, or 28 of the black, something like that. Yeah, I had it written down on a piece of paper, but it doesn't really matter. It cost me about $270 for 96 studs, and maybe, I'm thinking 14 black. I didn't have too many black. So anyway, studs aren't cheap. These are 1.37 or 1.325 inches. The studs are, and they're Gold Diggers. Pretty sweet, made by Woody's. Give you an idea. So this is an 1.25 inch track, and they recommend the 1.325 stud. So in case you want to stud your track, it all depends on what size lug you got and what you're doing with your studs. They got cheaper studs. These ones here are pretty good. I like these super light. It saves on weight. So I'm not sure what the difference is between nuts and washers and the backing plates versus these super lights. I'm thinking these are cheaper or lighter for sure. I like them because I think this is like another lug. I think it's going to give me a better traction. So that's the pattern I'm going. I kind of wanted to show you how I'm doing it. I ended up, you can buy like a template to put over your track, and it'll show you different patterns to drill. But I ended up making my own pattern. I made this one here for the singles. Basically, I laid the stick on the track and I marked where the windows were. And then you want to be about that much in from the window on both sides. So I marked that. So there's my window. There's my distance between the edge. And then I just laid it on the track like that. There's my window, and I clamp it with my C-clamp. We'll do that here in a sec. So yeah, my next row here is going to be 2 singles. So let's go ahead and I'll show you what I'm doing. So I just kind of, first off, make sure you get your sled in the air. I took my mud flap off so I can work on it. Get some jack stands under there to be safe. I used a friction jack to jack the sled up, to get it up, and then I put my jack stands under there, and yeah, we're good to go. So this is what I do. I made my template, and I drilled my holes into it, obviously. And now I'm just going to, I just kind of clamp it so it can't move. Get yourself some C-clamps. Yeah, you don't want it to move. And you want to make sure that it's in the right spot. So you gotta, mark it, this and that. So then, next step is to get yourself a drill and get yourself a stud cutter. This is basically a stud cutter, and it goes into the rubber, no problem. But you gotta get one. You can't use a drill bit. This is it does a good clean job. So go ahead and drill. Before you drill, just make sure you're good to go. I mean, you ain't gonna be able to drill again, so you want to double check it and triple check it if you have to. But I'm looking at it right now, and I'm thinking I'm gonna come over just a little bit, according to my mark. So yeah, double check it. Once you get your templates made and how the pattern you want, then it goes pretty quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill. And the rubber hole stays in there, and the next one, it just pushes out the next one. So don't worry about that. Get yourself an electric drill. It's better than using air. It's quieter. Yeah, so now I'm ready to put the studs in. So yeah, I'm going with 2 greens. Just setting them up. Getting my studs ready to go. It's got a Allen head insert. I'm getting that ready. Another thing is when you tighten, these ones are already used, so they're going to go in a lot easier. But the new ones you're going to have to hold. They're a little bit tougher, so you gotta hold them. But I still hold these ones anyway, so they don't move. But hot tip. Heat them. A cold stud is harder to go in than a warm stud. And you can do either or, but I was putting them in cold, and all of a sudden I almost started stripping the Allen head. And I found that when I heated it, there was no chance of stripping it. So. But it's getting pretty hot. Not too bad, obviously. And hold on to them with a vice grip. Just make sure the track is up just a tick so you can get it in there. I wear earmuffs, but I don't have them on this time. Right when she starts to slow down, just back off. It's only going to go so far into the track. So we're going to get this other side going here. But like I say, if you heat up the stud, it helps. I was kind of struggling at first, because I started stripping that Allen. The Allen wrench came out of here a few times, and then you start stripping the end. I was grinding it down to make it new again, but it just wasn't doing what I wanted to do. But the second I started heating it, I haven't had any issues with it. So it makes sense. Hot into the plastic. Makes it screw in quicker. So yeah, just heat them up just a titch. Nothing big. 10-15 seconds. On high. Grab the backer. Find your hole. Make sure they're straight. Yep. You don't want it to strip. If it strips, for one, you're going to ruin your Allen head. For two, you ain't getting that stud back out unless you cut them off. Now they do bend, you know, they're going to bend. So yeah, let's get the next row going here. I'm going to move the camera. Okay, so now we got a double. You can go any pattern you want, but like I say, this is my pattern. This is what I'm doing. If you look at this backer, you don't want this side going. You want this side going. That's going to dig. So it's going to be basically coming around this way. So that's why I got it. That's why I want it that way. So now I made another template for the green. If you notice, the blacks are a little bit narrower. They're not as wide. So the greens and the blacks are different. So I had to make two templates. So for the green one, which you probably won't have to do if you have all the same, but if you don't, you'll have to do it like this. So I had to make a different template. So I got the green on this side, black on this side, and all I do basically is here's my center, there's my center, kind of throw it up there. I got it marked right here for the edge of the track, so I know I'm good there. Kind of eyeballing it, making sure I'm good. Ready to clamp. It's not a perfect science. You just want to get it somewhat close. So there you go. I'm pretty much, there's my window. I marked my window. I'm double checking it right now. I'm just looking at it. And yeah, we're going to let it rip. So it's not, like you say, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect science. You just want to try to, you know, eyeball it, make sure, you know, they're all in the row. Now it's time to drill it. And you want to clamp the template on there so it doesn't move. So you drill it out. It's probably going to take maybe 3 hours maybe to do all the studs here, or more. I'm not sure exactly, but that's what I'm guessing. So now this stud takes 2. So I'm going to start out with 1. Going to heat it. And I'm going to get it in there. Just want to make a quick video to show you. It's pretty easy to stud a track. Like I said, you can do any pattern. It all depends on how many studs you want to put in. And yeah, ice racing guys, man, they put studs, you know, like 144 or maybe even more into their track to get the traction. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this first stud in. I'm going to try to keep it straight. Yeah, they just go in so easy when you heat them. So if you are liking the content, please like, subscribe, ring the bell. Share the video if you know somebody that's getting ready to stud a track. I think the best hot tip I can give you is you know, making the templates and the heat. This has made it so much easier. So we'll get this stud in, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get all the studs in. But yeah, just heating it up. And I'm going to let it rip. Like I say, these studs are used. The green ones are used. So they're going in a lot easier than the new black ones will. So yeah, so that's what I got. When I get the track all done, I'll show you what I got, and we'll shut this video down. Show you in a bit. Okay, I got it done. As you can see, way up in there, I got plenty of clearance. These are my coolers up here, but the studs are right in the center of everything. They're not even close to the coolers. They do recommend tunnel protectors, so I'll look into that. But yeah, if you're gonna put in oversized track, your studs are gonna be a titch bigger and you're gonna be pretty close to your tunnel, so you're gonna wanna be careful about that. Do your research before you buy a track and studs, of course. So yeah, I did my research. The biggest track I could put on this sled was 1.25 inches. And I almost went with 1.5 inches, thinking, I could do it, but I called Articat and they said no. 1.25 inches, 1.325 on the studs from the track manufacturer. So yeah, get your info before you do anything, and it's not that hard. It took probably 4.5 hours total time. Use heat on the studs, that really work good. Hot tip. If you notice, all tracks fray a little bit. Don't be concerned about that. That's just the fiber or whatever in between the track. All you gotta do, if you want to get rid of that, if you don't like it, just take a hairdryer or a torch and just heat it. It goes right away. So yeah, don't worry about that. What's gonna happen? So yeah, I totally appreciate you guys watching my videos, like and subscribe, and leaving a comment. You got any questions on these studs? Just leave me a comment. I'll get back to you ASAP. But yeah, thanks for liking and sharing, and yeah, be safe when you're up. When you got your snowmobile in the air, make sure you got good jack stands and ear protection, knee pads. Yeah, a lot of guys do the tracks off. Yeah, well, that's a lot of work to take the track off to do studs, so I just rather do it the way I did it. The pattern looks good. I'm real happy with how it turned out, and yeah, like I say, like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, and hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you.